Residual, you could think of that as meaning the error, right? Because the formula says it's this number, but the real answer for this particular person anyway is a different number. That's typically what happens, because linear regression basically says, in general, this is the pattern. But within that, there's people a little bit heavier or lighter, taller or shorter, whatever it is you're measuring. And there's a little difference, and the residual is essentially the bit that's left over. You could call that the error. Now, if you want to find the residual, how do you do it? Have you looked up the formula?
Yeah, it says y minus y hat.
Okay, so y hat is the predicted value.
Okay.
And this fella is the true value, right? So you want to find that. So you basically, you plugged in the number and you got the predicted value was what, 241?
Yes.
And then the real person, the one that we're talking about, this particular person was £215.
Yeah, 250.
250. And so when you plugged in the 250 and you took away the 241, there you, Bob's your uncle, you got the right answer. Good. So that one's fixed. So that's the right answer. You did it the right way. So what's our question now?
And then number 10, it's asking, so at first it's asking, in a certain state, only 5% of graduates take the test. What is the predicted average math test score for this state? Would I just do, because the average math score that they gave is 575 minus 1.11 times percent took.
Right, so 575 take away 1.11 times, basically.
Percent took.
That's a weird way to saying it.
Yeah.
Right? I would probably say percentage taken, but who cares? 575 take away 1.11 times 5. And when assuming that they want, the way they phrased it is that they want the 5, not 0.05, which is what percentage would be in its decimal form.
Yeah.
So there's 575, take away 1.11 times 5, and the answer we're looking for is 569.45, which is exactly what it should be.
Okay, so do I just round that off to 570?
No, they want the answer exactly as that is, not rounded off in any way.
So if that's the case, do I just do the same thing? Because now they're asking, suppose the average math score was 579. Would I just subtract 569 to 579?
Right, so you take the real answer, which is 579, and you take away from it, right, that's the real answer. This answer, the predicted one. Y hat is predicted, right? Y is the real. So 569.45, and that comes out as 9.55. And that's it. So in this group of questions, there is no rounding off to be done. If they don't mention rounding off, it's probably safer not to do anything. Just leave, you know, if it's a 3 decimal place answer, then leave it as 3 decimal places.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get the 5.69. It's just that, you know how like when you hover over the graph, it usually gives you the value. So
yeah, well, it gives you some values. It gives you like max and min and a few other things, yes.
Okay. All right, so just calculate first before going, because some of them I could see it based off the graph, that's why.
Yeah, I think if you try and use the graph, you're not going to be as accurate as you would be if you use the formula.